Back to Black Site tonight. We're going to talk about Liv's life once again. Maury, who's your baby daddy? Number three. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Liv's life, like I said, is back at it again. Now everybody is guessing who is this baby's daddy. We went through this with AJ for 2 years, and everybody knew it was Zolo. We went through this with Kaylani for 2 years, and all of a sudden, a plane ticket. And all of a sudden, her baby daddy came down to Dallas for a couple of weeks. But now, this the third time. Because you know when you were 304 and have a 504 plan, you repeat the same thing over and over again. Now, Melania, Estelle, Johnson, who's your baby daddy? Is it Gamer Babe? I don't know. Is it Drew? Is it Joey? Gerard? I don't know. But this is the chaos in which children are born in when Olivia Nicole Johnson is their mother. She loves this attention, this personality disorder that she has. She's an attention seeking mother, and she's using this poor baby as a prop. It's almost like she got a monkey on her damn arm, holding it for 2.5 hours, ain't changing the diaper. Kaylani has been tossed aside. She's over there stuttering. AJ is in the other room, always taking a nap. So, what kind of mother is this? They're sitting in a back room garage somewhere, a former man cave, because this woman can't take the responsibility of raising children under her jurisdiction. Then she's always complaining about, I still love the WEBB kids. These are replacement kids. Everybody knows it. You even said it at one time that God has blessed you with these 3 new children. This is why Gerard had to come save his kids. And I don't care if Gerard did anything. The one thing he did that a parent is supposed to do when your child is not being protected, you rescue them and you bring them to safety. And that's what he did with him and Nisha. Because this woman is incapable of raising children. Now she's stuck back in California, a place that she said she would never go. You remember that? And she's living in this back room like flowers in the attic. And everybody remember that book. That was a tough book to read. But this young lady right here hasn't changed ever since I was introduced to her 4 or 5 years ago. I took a year off to see where Olivia Nicole Johnson would go. And she has regressed even worse. A so-called affair with Gerard that I don't think happened. She didn't show up for the summer for the WEBB kids. She went down to Florida, stayed with her sister for a month. She kicked her out, ran a homeless scam, got $22,000, came back to Florida to the same apartment that she said she was homeless with. Then she ended up going to jail for 43 days. 43 days for non-payment of child support. Then she's pregnant. We don't know who she's pregnant by. First she says it's Joey. Now it's Gamer Bay. That could be Drew. We don't know who the baby daddy is. She doesn't care because all of them are named Johnson. She doesn't want the fathers around because she wants her kids to feel the same pain she felt not having a father. And I'm glad that the WEBB3 is with their father. I'm glad that the WEBB3 had an opportunity to find out who their mother really was, and that Gerard never pulled those kids away from going over there. They had to see for themselves. That last visit was so traumatic to those WEBB kids. Every time they look at their father today, they're going to thank him for rescuing them from their deranged, sick mother. Olivia Nicole Johnson can say all the words she wants. She can give an Easter speech every 2 or 3 months. But until she changed spiritually, mentally, These three kids have a dire future, and you know it. This woman is all about herself, and when each one of these kids stop giving her what she wants, she tosses them aside. And I'm going to tell you how this is going to end. Many of you may not want to hear this. See, live, run, trial, run. She repeats everything over and over again. That's why you know she has a 504 plan, in that she was on the spectrum. The people on the spectrum, they repeat things over and over again. They have a high pace of sexuality. But what she's going to do, should she abandon the Webb kids, it's going to be easier for her to abandon the Johnson kids. And Stella is going to end up raising these kids if she gets in shape, start twerking on the streets, put on a pound of makeup, and finds a man. Oh, she's going to leave those kids with Stella because, just like I said, they have a place now with Stella and their stepfather. She's going to tell Stella, I have to get my life together with this new man. And she's going to have another baby with this new man. This is not going to end well for Stella. Stella should have never let Olivia Nicole Johnson back in her house. She should have left her to the streets where she belongs with her children, because she uses her children for props, benefits, and views. That's all she cares about. And that's all she'll ever care about. She's addicted to social media. She's not a real mother. She doesn't have compassion. She has all those problems that were never addressed by Stella. The school system tried to address those issues. But when they had tried to address them and tried to enforce them, this is why she dropped out in the 8th grade, because they didn't want to adhere to what the school system wanted Olivia to do. And now she's 36 years old with 6 kids, 3 with her, back home with her mother, a place that she said she would never go back to was California, because that's where all her trauma is back. But she took her kids back to that trauma. This is disturbing to watch. But you got to understand, this is who she is. And this is what you're going to have to watch, because nothing is going to change. She doesn't have a job. Remember, they wanted her to get a job in Florida. They wanted her to pay her child support. She's probably paying her child support, but paying the very minimum so they won't put her back in jail, because this woman is so defiant. She also has a defiant disorder that she refuses to take care of her own children. So don't expect anything to change. She can say all the words she wants on social media, but it'll never change. I haven't been here over a year, but I want to thank you for listening to Buffalo Bills Report. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.